Clive Tilsley is at the Arena de Sao Paulo, and a big World Cup hello to you, Clive.
Welcome to Sao Paulo, welcome to Brazil. The opening ceremony you're about to witness with hundreds of millions of television viewers around the world is to be a window into this, the world's fifth largest country. The heart of the ceremony, a giant ball, an LED ball that will be both centrepiece and screen, around which some 500 performers will dance, run and juggle during the coming 25 minutes or so. All the participants from dance schools and academies in the Sao Paulo area. All flashing welcome messages in the languages of the 32 finalists. This will not be a reenactment of a Brazilian carnival, despite the familiar rhythms of samba percussion. You need to come to Sao Paulo in February to see that. The creators of this pageant have concentrated on the themes of nature. Brazil is largely tropical. The England squad currently sampling the delights and demands of equatorial Brazil. And we'll see depictions of the colours and cultures of the rainforest that surround Manaus. Diversity will be the second theme. Brazil's history and size has produced an ethnically diverse country. Then there'll be a section celebrating the country's love affair with football. And finally, the ceremony will close with a rendition of the official World Cup song by two stars of the American music scene, Pitbull and Jennifer Lopez, along with the Brazilian pop star Claudinha. So now the representations of Brazilian nature take centre stage. The dancers depicting raindrops, now followed by rich vegetation and colourful flowers. This is Amazonian Brazil. Covering of the playing area is both decorative and protective. Even the men on stilts, and there are always men on stilts, are designed to have a weight distribution of less than that of a player so as not to damage the playing surface. Trampolinists are young acrobats portraying the giant water lilies that are found in the Amazon basin that covers 40% of South America, home to the largest rainforest in the world. Around 16,000 people watching the ceremony here live. One of the new World Cup stadia completed just in time for the opening match of the tournament. This is where England will play Uruguay a week tonight. access to England's current headquarters in Manaus is mainly by plane or by boat, maybe not canoes. But the Amazon and its tributaries are the main routes of transportation in the heart of Amazonas. Can't see Wayne in one of those. Temperatures in Manaus today, 30 degrees and sticky. So to the second section of the opening ceremony, which will reflect the diversity of the people of Brazil, the diversity that you'll see in the Brazilian team this evening. It said the indigenous population of the area that is now Brazil was no more than 7 million or so hunter-gatherers when the Portuguese colonised the land in the early 16th century. The new Brazil became a country of sugar plantations manned by African slaves. Then later of gold mines, remains a nation of spectacular natural resources and spectacular diversity. Most especially between the rich and the poor these days. Brassier sounds of samba were symptoms of the American invasion of the traditional music during the last century, Carmen Miranda and all that. Jazz influence that created bossa nova, the girl from Ipanema. Music and fashion were always the passion of the Copa. All Brazilian music has been covered by Barry Manilow. What we're seeing now are representations of folk music and folk music instruments. These next few minutes are illustrations of different dances of different races, a fusion of African and European musical styles that produced something unique here in Brazil. Always joyous, always colourful. Music of carnival. dancers, fighters are portraying a Brazilian martial art, capoeira, 16th century creation of African slaves who are not permitted to carry weapons. So to what we've come to Brazil for, what you will all tune in to Brazil for in the coming weeks, football. Football was introduced to this country in the late 19th century by Thomas Donahue and then John Miller, two Scots who were working here. It was Miller's son who arranged a visit to Sao Paulo and beyond by the famous English Corinthians team in 1910, and now this stadium is to be the new home of an even more famous Corinthians club of Brazil, the club of Rivellino and Socrates, and more recently Paulinho of Spurs, who may well play tonight. And these rather scary black and white human ball figures begin the football section of the opening ceremony of the 2014 World Cup Finals. Characters representing the 32 competing nations, now joined by 63 boys and 1 girl from local football clubs, who will demonstrate the natural skills that we come to expect and demand from any player from the World Cup's most successful country. Like the ball's tied to his feet, Adrian. the finalists signals the approach of the climax of the ceremony. The distinctive Brazilian flag, green, yellow and blue, the blue disc painting a picture of a starry sky with the sash bearing the national motto, order and progress. Neither always evident around the organisation of this tournament. We'll wait until the anthem is sung before kick-off by these people tonight. The people of Brazil have not yet embraced this World Cup to a man or woman in the way the rest of the world envisaged, but no country is prouder or more passionate about its national football team. And that team needs to light the touch paper at this tournament tonight. Here to demonstrate the workings of a robotic exoskeleton designed here in Brazil to help disabled athletes perform more freely. Involves the brain sending messages to the legs of a man who has ceremonially performed the first kick of these finals with the aid of the technology. So now in the centre of the pitch, the centrepiece is unfolding to reveal the stars of the show. Claudinha, she's better known here, is a famous Brazilian recording artist, judge and mentor on the Brazilian Voice. She has recorded the official World Cup song, We Are One, but first we'll sing the ITV World Cup theme song, Watercolour of Brazil. And Pitbull join Claudinha for We Are One. So the overture to the 2014 World Cup is sung. There will be a closing ceremony in 31 days from now. Before then, 64 games in 12 cities, some of them the best part of 2,000 miles apart. A tournament that Brazil has waited 64 years to host again. A tournament this country is still rather torn about hosting. Huge pressure on their team to provide an explosive lift-off in just over an hour's time here in Sao Paulo. It is nearly time. The 20th World Cup finals are 1 hour and 20 minutes away.